The Knicks postgame show is presented by Tri-State Audi. Visit your Tri-State area Audi dealer today. A masterpiece tonight for the Knicks against Memphis. A season-high 20 steals. They forced a season-high 26 turnovers. Mikal Bridges was fantastic with 28 points. Jalen Brunson only had to play 25 minutes to score his 20. The Knicks bench recorded 52 points. Deuce McBride had 14 of those at 52 points, the best performance by the Knicks bench all year. And they win by 37. 143 to 106. Lots to celebrate. It's the Knicks' biggest margin of victory all season long. Bill Pidto, along with Wally Szczerbiak, if there is a game to frame and put it into the lab to keep watching over and over, this has got to be it. I mean, this was fantastic all game long on both ends of the court.
It shows the potential of this team. This team has championship caliber DNA when they put it together on both ends of the floor. This is why the Knicks went out and made the moves they did, locked up OG Anunoby, went and gave up a lot of draft picks from Mikal Bridges, and went and made the trade for Karl Anthony Towns, because these are elite all-star caliber players at every single position in the Knicks starting lineup. And then you get a bench that's starting to come together, that's starting to have cohesion, starting to play with chemistry, and this team is no fun to play against, and they're starting to figure out how to really blow out really good teams. This was a good team I was worried about coming into the Garden here tonight. I was really excited for this game because I love this Memphis roster, love the way they play, and the Knicks completely blew them out of the water.
Memphis had won 6 in a row. They're third overall in the West. They average 124 points a game, most in the league, and the Knicks held them to 106, and the Knicks blew it wide open in the second half. 83 points in the second half total, their best half of the year, and it all started in the third quarter.
That is crazy. 83 points, 41 in the third quarter, 42 in the third quarter, and 41 in the fourth. Everyone getting into the act. The ball movement has just been astounding this season. 32 assists as a team. Karl Anthony Towns, when he puts the ball on the floor, he is so dynamic, taking the ball to the basket, showing off that left-hand finish. Bridges in transition was tremendous. I thought the Grizzlies did not play well. They were throwing the ball all over Madison Square Garden, to the Knicks a lot also. But part of it is the Knicks' suffocating defense. Jalen Brunson, 4 fouls in the first half, hacking and whacking, but still getting his 20. JB, nice little performance against Ja Morant, the battle of two all-star point guards. My matchup to watch, and Jalen Brunson takes home the victory.
Again, 26 turnovers for Memphis. That's the most the Knicks opponent has committed all year. Note the fast break points. Pre-game, we talked about Memphis being number one in the league in pace. Look at the advantage in terms of fast break points for the Knicks. A lot of that had to do with the turnovers. And again, the bench went for 52 tonight. Joined now by Precious Achiuwa. Precious, thanks for dropping by. Congrats on a great game. You guys just blew out one of the top teams in the NBA by 37 points. What's the significance of this win to you?
I mean, it's just everybody came out understanding what the goal was. You know, we got to continue to build. We understand we have a goal, and we just got to continue to build to reach our goals and play the right way every day. Understanding they're a very tough team. You know, we had to come out there, play the right way, and, you know, everybody, you know, put together, and, you know, that was the result today.
You guys forced a season-high 26 turnovers. You recorded a season-high 20 steals. What was the key to defending them the way you guys were able to defend them?
I mean, just, you know, using our left and athleticism, you know, playing long in the passing lanes, and just, you know, being disruptive with our hands and showing bodies and all that kind of stuff. You know, that was the key to my defensive success today.
You were part of a bench effort that put up 52 points. It's the most points the bench has scored all year. Why were you guys so successful tonight?
I think it just goes to show how talented and ready our bench is. I think we're a very talented group of guys, and today just is a great example of that.
Precious, thanks for dropping by, and congrats on a great game.
Thank you, guys.
All right, well, let's go over this defense again. 20 steals, they forced 26 turnovers, and that all led to 36 points for the Knicks.
Yeah, that's what happens. You know, when you get a team that's not organized on the defensive end of the floor and you're running it right up their throats, plays like this happen. Electrifying, big-time Euro step dunk for Precious Achiuwa. How about Deuce McBride showing the 1-foot hops? Then later in the game, he had a nice flush off 2 feet where he's posterizing people. Precious Achiuwa, perfect fit. I've said it all along with Tom Thibodeau. He can play small. He can play big. When he gets into the game with that second unit, he can also stay out there with some of the starters. He gives the team a lot of versatility defensively. His athleticism, his mobility. Josh Hart there in transition, the easy finish. This was just an OG Anunoby theft fest.
6 steals for OG.
6 steals for OG Anunoby, getting the fast break started. Precious Achiuwa in as athletic. And remember, Precious Achiuwa played college basketball for the Memphis Tigers, so maybe a little bit of extra for him. And you know Campaign's going to be talking smack. He's going to be getting the Carden crowd going. That was just an overall fun game. This team looks fresh. This team looks healthy. After that 3-game rest, I really think that benefited the Knicks big time. And they're beating some good basketball teams, and they have another big challenge coming up on Wednesday against the Denver Nuggets.
Knicks have now won 4 in a row as we now say hello to Monica McNutt. She helped call the game on the radio on ESPN New York. Wow, Monica, what a game for the Knicks. All over, the lineup, up and down, both ends of the court, everything perfect tonight.
That was a lot of fun. And Tyler, my terrific radio partner, Tyler Murray, is on a quest for a signature game, you guys. I still tend to think Denver, earlier in the season in Denver, but I will say, to your point, Pidto, in terms of command on both sides of the floor, I mean, that was just fantastic. 36 points off turnovers, 50 points out of your bench. I mean, this team looks fresh. We already know how impactful the three-point shooting is in terms of wins and losses, but even the defense tonight, like, just locked in on the total game plan. That was a lot of fun.
Monica, I got to go with tonight over Denver because those early season ones, you don't know what you got yet. Knicks were coming together. It just kind of happened. But this was one I was eyeing. Memphis coming into town, got to get the win, and they dominated. What do you think about the bench play? They were just outstanding again, and they put together a couple games now of great play.
And I think that, to me, Wally, is going to be so important, right? Off the 3 days of rest, still fresh. In particular, this 5-game stretch at home has an opportunity to bring some eyeballs back to this team in terms of what the potential is for this roster. But I think whether or not the rest of the 3 games in this particular stand go well or not, of course you hope that they are all wins. The statement in terms of being able to trust the bench guys, that they can add, that they can come in and they can show their versatility. Precious Achiuwa as of late has been so active on both sides of the floor. It's been great to see. It's wonderful to see Deuce McBride getting back to some of the prolific three-point shooting that we're accustomed to from him. And Cameron Payne, to me, as a floor general, understanding pushing pace, when and how, even better as he continues to get to know his teammates in Knicks uniforms. Like, all of that is, to me, that are going to be all of that is important things that are going to be important deposits down the stretch of the season and into the postseason.
Monica, we frame this 5-game homestand now 2 games into the 5 against really good teams. They've beaten Sacramento, they win big tonight, and then Denver comes to town, then it's the Lakers, and then Houston. What do you expect on a Wednesday night when Nikola Jokic and company come here?
So, to Wally's point, the matchup earlier in Denver, I would say that team probably looks a little different now in terms of being able to gel together. Obviously, Russell Westbrook and Nikola Jokic, their ability to put up triple-double stats similar to what we've seen from Josh Hart. But I think the biggest thing, though, is that this team still looks fresh. You were able to get your starters off the floor for most of the, well, Jalen and Cat in particular, but you're able to get guys that are playing big minutes off the floor in the fourth quarter so that they can be energized for a matchup against a very, very formidable Denver Nuggets squad. So it's going to be important to make Nikola Jokic uncomfortable. That's where it starts. But then the speed that they now play with Russell Westbrook having a terrific season is also going to be important. So this is a big one in terms of this team's defense.
Monica, to your point, Mikal Bridges played the most of any Knicks starter, 33-37.
Yeah.
Nice.
So they didn't have to expend a lot of energy in this blowout win over Memphis. Great to see you as always, Monica. We'll see you soon. And when we come back, we're going to get the post-game comments from Knicks coach Tom Thibodeau, as Knicks are now 31-16. They've scored at least 140 points in back-to-back games. This for the first time since 1965.
The Knicks post-game show is presented by Audi. Visit your Tri-State Audi dealer today.
Welcome back. So the Knicks win. Boston lost to the Rockets. We'll have highlights coming up later on the 150. Knicks now only a game behind Boston for second overall in the East. Back now from the Corner 3, presented by Michelob Ultra Superior Light Beer. Next up for the Knicks, Denver is in town on Wednesday. Pre-game at 7, game at 7:30. Remember, the Knicks won at Denver in late November. They scored a season-high 145 points. They beat the Nuggets 145-118, and in that game, OG Anunoby scored a career-high 40. Now let's listen in to the post-game comments from Knicks coach Tom Thibodeau, as always, presented by Chase.
Questions?
Tom, you talked a lot about this group staying together defensively. It felt like for the majority of that whole game, that group was as connected as they've been. What did you see and what did you like?
Yeah, and and they're a tough matchup. It's a good test for us, and we had to be tied together when you play against them. And I loved our overall activity. I thought our defensive activity was terrific. Big time multiple effort game. I thought 20 steals, OG and Mikhail were all over the place, and that set the tone for us. Both, it's inspiring when you get those hustle plays, and it also puts you in the open floor, gets you easy baskets. And then we got great play from our bench. I thought Cam and Deuce, Landry and Precious really gave us really good minutes. And, Jalen and Kat, same thing, Josh. The hustle was there, and it was a good, solid win. I thought we started slow rebounding, but I thought as the game went on, our rebounding got better and better, and we got a good opportunity to get some second chance points. I thought that was terrific, but the easy baskets are huge for us.
I know you said before the game you guys want to play fast too. I think you put something like 31-9 in fast break points. I'd like to see the defense kind of lead.
Yeah, well, it puts you in the open floor, gets you easy baskets. We've been high scoring all season. I think we're top 5 in scoring. So. But I thought we were good in transition. I thought we made good decisions in the paint. They're big. When 2 7-footers on the floor, you got to make good reads, and you got to make sure that you're willing to make the extra pass. I thought guys did there. We had a lot of drive, pass combinations, and when you do that, you get rhythm. And so we shot a good percentage from 3. There was a good blend of points in the paint, easy baskets, second chance points. So offensively, very good, and then the swarming on the defense and being tight together. It was. I thought it was really, really, really good on both sides of the ball. Yeah, and well, it's hard to. Obviously, it's one game, so and you want to keep building. And I like we had the test with Sacramento, and then these guys, same thing. It's fast, and they're a heck of a team. They're strong on both sides of the ball. They're top 5 in offense, top 5 in defense, and so we knew we would be tested, and you got to be ready. And so that's good, but there's a long way to go. So we know that we can't feel too good about it. We got to make sure that we get ready for Denver. That the games keep coming. So enjoy this tonight, but then tomorrow start getting ready for Denver, with the understanding of the focus never changes. It's always daily improvement. How do we get better tomorrow? And that's where we have to keep our focus. I thought the good energy to start the first 5 minutes. I thought Jalen had a really strong third quarter too, but I thought we made a number of hustle plays, and I thought the getting some steals and keeping the paint shut down, I thought that was important for us.
What did you guys do to follow up John Morant the way you did?
Yeah, I don't know. Like sometimes, a guy. I thought Mikhail really worked. I thought our team did. And a guy like that, you're just trying to make him work. He's a superstar. He's an offense unto himself. Some shots he just missed that were, good shots for him that they didn't go in. But I thought our team was really locked together, and I loved the effort that Mikhail put forth. And it's not an easy job. There's constant pressure when he has the ball, and he plays incredibly fast.
These guys have all been around a bunch, and so they know this, I'm sure. But how important is it to see the results of being able to play both ends where they play tonight, and you see the kind of reward you get by playing?
Yeah, and I think each day you want to learn and you want to grow, you want to get better, and never be satisfied with the understanding that tomorrow there's new challenges, and each game we want to be better than we were the game before, with the idea that at the end of the season we want to be playing our best basketball. We want to have great rhythm. We want to be strong on both sides of the ball. We want to understand that we can win games different ways. And it requires a team to make a commitment and a willingness to sacrifice for each other and put the team first. And I think we're seeing that. And when that happens, good things will come from it. So everyone's willing to sacrifice. Whoever gets hot, that's what we're trying to take advantage of. Someone may have a good matchup. That's the way we'll go that night. And then when we play fast like that in transition, it's everybody has the same opportunity. So the faster we play, the better it is for us.
Did you assist for the last 2 games on 105 makes? Are you seeing guys trust each other more?
Well, I think the guys have trusted each other all season, and I think the game. I always say the game tells you what to do, and so if you play fast and you create advantages, you should get easy baskets, and then it also should create opportunities where you build rhythm, where you get into drive, pass. But the decision-making is the important part, to understand what's going on in the game. Are they collapsing? There's 2 7-footers in there at the rim, right? Is the perimeter open or is the paint open? So put the pressure on the rim, and then when the defense collapses, then make the right read and spray it out. And then the willingness to make that. Sometimes the guys are passing up pretty good shots so we can get a great shot. And that goes a long way, because it also leads to scramble, rotation, and offensive rebounding. And so I think that's what we're striving for.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.
Welcome back, everyone. Denver in town Wednesday. Pregame at 7, game at 7:30. Knicks blow out Memphis tonight, 143-106. Jalen Brunson with 20. Here he is now after the game with Alan Hahn.
Mikal Bridges on Ja Morant was a side part of the story, a matchup to watch in this game, and he did a great job on him, held him in check. What did you see from what Mikal was able to do?
I mean, Mikal he's been playing great, and obviously we don't want to leave anyone out on the island, especially a player like that. But the way he was able to play tonight, it was great. And a little bit of mix of luck, Obviously he doesn't play like that on most nights, but it's just happy he came with a win.
And how about just the way the crowd reacted in that second half and what the team was doing in that second half, especially off the bench?
Yeah, I mean, they played great. They came in to play with great energy, and just helped us close it out. Like I said before, it was a great game from start to finish.
That's a team that you expect to go on a run in the second half to try to make it a game. What did you guys do to kind of prevent that run from happening?
Being in passing lanes and helping on drives, be able to turn them over, get on the open floor. I think that really helped us create the lead, and we played well with it.
How fun was it just to watch all the dunks and all the highlights late in that fourth quarter?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I mean, you see how we react on the bench. It's always fun when you see everyone out there playing well, playing great, and it's fun.
What does a consecutive 143-point game say about this team's offense?
That we've scored 143 in 2 games straight.
But do you see though, you don't want to ever get too high or too low, but is there potential of this team in what you see in these last couple of games with playing faster?
I mean, yeah. I'm never one to look forward and say the potential or whatever. It's just how can we just focus on getting better every single day, regardless of what happens. And, we can't be satisfied. We can't think we're good after just a couple of wins like this. You got to continue to work and continue to have that mindset. I mean, nothing's given in this league, and so you got to continue to have that mindset every single night.
Sounds like the captain that he is. Wouldn't you say, Wally? Look at this. We mentioned season high in steals, first turnovers, season high 26.
Antithesis of you.
Oh, Jalen. Yeah, it's not up and down.
Right.
Doesn't get too high or too low. We're all excited.
Not on
about
a roller coaster like
points
you.
off, turnovers 36, fast break points 31. It all started tonight on defense. Ja Morant scored only 10.
Tick, 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 tick.
Oh,
tick, tick, tick. This is Pidto.
We're staying up tonight.
All right, good. Stay up.
Ja Morant scored only 10.
I know. It was outstanding defense. He only got, he got a few buckets around the rim driving to the basket, but you let him get that stuff. Couldn't get any jump shots going. And I like the way the Knicks threw multiple defenders at him. The length bothered him when Mikal Bridges was on Ja Morant. He got a couple blocks around the rim. And Josh Hart, he can guard anyone out there on the floor. Josh Hart's defense is very underrated. Just a very impressive performance. And when you go up against these top teams, these are teams that you might see in the finals. Like this Memphis team is a team that could make the NBA Finals. Knicks Knicks obviously have aspirations to win a championship and represent the East in the finals. So you got to send a message, and you got to play up to the level of your competition. The Knicks did today.
By the way, John Morant, Wally, a minus 41.
Woo!
Woo!
No bueno.
Cat, big game for him. We'll take a look ahead next. All right, so Denver's here Wednesday. Well, look at the breaks. 2 days off
that's nice.
for the Lakers, and then a back-to-back Houston, and then at Toronto, and then 3 more off days before the Knicks take on the Celtics.
That's a nice break in the schedule. Knicks have played a lot of games, getting right up to that All-Star break. Let's go. Keep the winning vibes going.
All right, we will wrap things up when we come back right after this. Welcome back, everyone. So Denver's in town on Wednesday. Knicks in November won at Denver 145-118. And remember, last year in January, they also blew out Denver. So back-to-back blowout wins for the Knicks over Denver.
Shredded them, and you got to think Michael Malone, after that loss against the Knicks, he laid into his team and through the media. So you got to think that they're pointing at this game against the Knicks to come in ready to play and show that they can compete with the Knicks, because the last 2 times they've suited up against the Knicks, they haven't even been in the game at all.
I remember that last game, OG Anunoby in Denver had a career high 40.
Yep.
So that's what's coming Wednesday. Denver in town, pregame at 7, game at 7:30. You can also stream our coverage on MSG Plus, now in the Gotham Sports app. Want more than just a post-game show? Link your eligible TV subscription to stream Knicks games free, or subscribe today in the Gotham Sports app. Just go to gothamsports.tv to learn more.